Correspondence can be reviewed either pre or post-distribution. Independently prepared reprints must be reviewed by a principal before distribution to ensure accuracy of the reprint. There are instances where institutional communication needs prior approval, such as where the member firm's written procedures require it. Blind recruitment ads are always subject to principal review prior to use. An offer of rescission must be accepted within 30 days of the offer. Rescission can occur if a member solicits an unsuitable trade for a customer and subsequently wishes to rescind the trade. With an offer of rescission, the member offers to buy back the security from the customer at cost plus interest at 6%. The offer becomes void after 30 days, and the customer can no longer sue for recovery of any losses. The Bank Secrecy Act is designed to overcome foreign bank secrecy laws and deter money laundering. To advertise as being diversified, an investment company must have at least 75% of its assets invested in securities, can have no more than 5% of its assets invested in any one company, and can hold no more than 10% of the voting stock of any one company. Customers pay interest on margin debit balances based on the call loan rate, also known as broker's call. This rate fluctuates daily. A market-out clause contained in the letter of intent executed by both the lead syndicate manager and the issuer allows the syndicate to withdraw without penalty from a firm commitment should an event or events suddenly arise that place the offering at greater risk. Generally, penny stock trades at prices under $5 and is not a reported security, i.e., it is not listed on an exchange or on NASDAQ. A listed option does not fit the definition, regardless of price. Penny stocks would be quoted on the pink open market. Most trades must be reported within 10 seconds of execution. This went into effect on November 4, 2013. For new issues that qualify for listing on an exchange or NASDAQ, the prospectus delivery requirement period in the aftermarket is 25 days. If the new issue will trade on the OTC pink market, the period is 90 days. For WKSIs, shelf registration statements, SEC Rule 415, are effective immediately, good for 3 years, and may use free writing communication. If a default decision is not appealed within 25 days after the date the Office of Hearing Officers serves it on the parties, the default decision becomes the final disciplinary action. Unless otherwise provided, the sanctions become effective on a date to be determined by FINRA staff. On the other hand, a bar or expulsion becomes effective immediately upon the default decision becoming the final disciplinary action of FINRA. A customer is long the stock as of trade date. However, the customer is not owner of record until settlement date, which is the date payment is expected. The fact that the customer has not paid for the stock is irrelevant. The member must accept the order to sell. However, the member will then freeze the account and will only lift the freeze if payment is received within 5 business days of the trade date, Regulation T. If a testimonial is given, it must state whether the maker has been paid more than $100. In a research report, previous recommendations may be shown as long as they are of comparable companies and the member shows all comparable recommendations made within the past 12 months. Research reports must disclose whether the member was manager or co-manager of any offering of the issuer's securities within the previous year. Selling group participation is not a required disclosure. If a member is a market maker in the recommended security, disclosure is required.